UFC Seattle, Cejudo versus Song is today, and I'm going to be giving my predictions for the whole card, starting with the early prelims and ending with the main event. First fight on the card, Modestas Bukauskas and Rafael Corquera. I'm going to go with Modestas Bukauskas on this one because Corquera's last fight was against Ibo Aslan. He kind of just got hit by a big shot and covered up. Bukauskas has been in some brawls. He has experience in the UFC. I'm going to say unanimous decision, but could be a finish as well. Nursultan Ruzaboyev versus Eric McConaughey. Eric McConaughey, I'm pretty sure this is Jared Cannonier's coach or somebody like that, and he's coming in on short notice. Ruzaboyev also on short notice, but we've seen him before in the UFC, multiple fights. He's only a minus 265 favorite. I think Eric McConaughey's going to have some octagon jitters, and I see a finish in the first round. From Nursultan Ruzaboyev, I'm going to say TKO. Nikolai Veretennikov versus Austin Vanderford. I'm going to go with Nikolai Veretennikov because, well, he made his UFC debut in his last fight, I think. Danny Barlow, which was kind of known as a finisher, but it was a very close decision. So I think he's a pretty skilled dude. Austin Vanderford, not really known for the best of things. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Nikolai here. Maybe a finish, honestly. I'm going to say, maybe second round or TKO or unanimous decision by Veretennikov. Next one, Ricky Simon versus Javid Basharat. This one's interesting. Javid's a favorite in this one. He lost his last fight against Ayman Zahabi, which isn't a bad loss, I guess. Ayman Zahabi is still ranked, I think, number 14 in the bantamweight division. Ricky Simon, I don't know if I want to keep trusting in him. Against Mario Batista, he was supposed to win that fight, but then he lost, and next one was Vinicius Oliveira. He should win that fight, but he still lost, so I'm actually going to go with Javid here. Yeah, I think he's going to get this one by decision, unless Ricky Simon just catches him and steps on the gas. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Javid, but Simon has a chance. Next, Mansour Abdul Malik versus Nick Klein. Minus 800 favorite, Mansour Abdul Malik. I think, eventually he's going to lose maybe to a top 15 opponent unless he makes serious improvements, but I see some talent in there. Dusko Torodovic is his last fight, I think. He kind of just heard him, and then Torodovic kept going for leg locks until he got finished, so I'm going to go with Mansour here. It's going to take a top 15 guy. Not a top 15 guy, but somebody of those sorts to beat Mansour. He's pretty solid. Nick Klein, good submission win on the Contender Series, rear naked. But I'm going to say Mansour wins this one, probably first round finish. I'm going to say TKO again, or maybe unanimous decision. Okay. Andre Philly and Melquizael Costa. Pretty tough fight to predict because Andre Philly, sometimes he just gets in these fights where he gets caught and then he wins a fight. Melquizael Costa, submission victory in his last fight. I don't remember who it was against, but he's obviously been in the UFC before, and so has Philly. They've been here for a pretty long time, so probably no jitters from both of them. I'm going to go with Philly here. I like him on the feet. He's prone to getting caught sometimes by traps, the same way Danny Ige caught him. He got caught before. He beat Cub Swanson in his last fight. I honestly think that could have went to Cub, but Cub's still doing good. He's knocking guys out, so I'm going to go with Philly on this one. Featured prelim, Ivan Kutelaba versus Ibo Aslan. tough fight to predict. It could go either way, but I'm going to go with Aslan here. I like his momentum right now that he has going. War with Turkal, finished him in the first round. No, it was in the third round, actually, so that's why it was a war, and it was a good finish, though. And then he fought Rafael Cuquera. 18 seconds was that, or I don't know what was the time, but first round finish, he basically just, from the moment go, just pushed until he got the finish. So that was good for him. Lots of power. I could see E1 winning this if Aslan probably doesn't get the finish, if he steps on the gas too early. I'm going to say he's a bit more patient in this one. Respects Kutalaba a little bit, but not too much. So I'm going to say maybe a late finish for Ibo Aslan, either in the second or third round. Could be a decision. So Aslan by TKO. Alonzo Menefield versus Julius Walker. Julius Walker is making his UFC debut on short notice against Alonzo Menefield, which is a top 15 light heavyweight. So I think he's going to be kind of jittery in here and probably get caught in the first round. He's got some skills, but I think this is a bit too soon, especially for a ranked opponent. I'd say first get in the Apex, or actually first get on the Contender Series, get some wins in the Apex, and then move to a crowded arena against a top 15 fighter. I'm going to say he's going to be jittery here, so I'm going to go with Alonzo Menefield, first round TKO. Gene Silva versus Melsik Bagdasaryan. I'm going with Gene Silva here. Lots of hype. Drew Dober fight. Very impressive what he did there. Up a weight class. Just 2 weeks after he knocked out Charles Jourdain. Very good uppercut off the break and the clinch. Yeah, Gene Silva, really talented. I like him as a fighter, but Melsik, he is pretty slick. Slick striker, fights on the back foot, and maybe he's going to try to keep this on the outside, but I'm going to say Silva probably catches him. If this goes to a decision, I could see Melsik winning it, but I'm going to say Gene Silva probably catches him. I might say third round. Yeah, I think I'll say third round. TKO by Gene Silva. Now, Rob Font versus Gene Matsumoto. Okay, this is when some of the predictions here, they need to start pumping the brakes on Gene Matsumoto. He's 16-0, but against who? Brad Katona, very close fight. Could have went to Katona. You need to probably be knocking out Katona to beat Rob Font, who's ranked number 9. He's getting a bit up there in age, but he's very good. Look at what he did to Kyler Phillips. Absolutely fraud-checked him. Made him look pretty bad on the feet. So I'm going to say Gene's probably going to come out pretty slick. He might have a chance to take down Rob Font, but, well, we know Rob Font can be out-grappled, but not forever. I think this fight's going to be on the feet for a good bit, and Font's going to be winning. I don't think Gene Matsumoto has the power to knock him out at all. But Rob Font, I think he's going to box him up. Probably by, I'm going to say unanimous decision for Rob Font. Co-main event, Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez. Okay, I'm hearing all these comments about Anthony Hernandez, like, this guy's the Khabib at middleweight. Well, he does have very good cardio, but he's kind of overrated, I'm going to be honest. His cardio is very good. His grappling's solid. He's all right on the feet, but I don't think he's going to be a champ like some of these other guys say. But Brendan Allen, actually, in his last fight, did not bad against Nasruddin Imavov. Well, he kind of did do bad in round 2 and 3, but round 1, he took him down, controlled him the whole round. I'd like to see some more ground and pound, maybe secure a 10-8. And then round 2 and 3 basically just kept diving for legs and falling to his knees and just accepted that. So not great IQ in that fight. I'm gonna go with Hernandez here. All these guys saying this, I'm gonna trust you in this one. Let's see how well he does. I hope he lives up to the expectations. So I'm gonna go with Anthony Hernandez. There might not be too much grappling in this one. I think this might be a striking fight. Well, Allen probably is a lot better on the feet, but I could see him initiating the grappling, maybe losing, to be honest. Sometimes he's not too smart with his grappling. Against Imavov, you really could have pushed for a 10-8, but against Paul Craig, that was impressive. So, yeah, I'm going to say Anthony Hernandez by decision. Now the main event, Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. I'm going with Song Yadong. I kind of want to go with Triple C, but there's voice telling me Triple C can do this, but against Song Yadong's really dangerous. He's really dangerous. He's got lots of power. Good grappling, to be honest. I know Jan took him down, but he didn't really keep him down. Jan's pretty good, Jan's pretty good. So, yeah, I'm going to say Song Yadong wins this one. I don't think he's going to knock out Henry Cejudo. I don't know. Let's see if Henry Cejudo gets his grappling going. His grappling isn't that dominant, to be honest, for an Olympic gold medalist. So, I'm not really going to say he gets his takedowns going. On the feet, he's something. He dropped Marab with a nice left hook. No, he's not a bad striker, but I don't really see him having a possibility of knocking out Song Yadong. This should mostly be on the feet, and Song Yadong, he's been in there 5 rounds. He's experienced, so is Cejudo, but 38 years old right now. Not really in his prime. He can still look really good, but I'm going to have to go with Song Yadong. Probably by decision. This might be a controversial fight where maybe you can make an argument for Cejudo, but I'm going to go with Song Yadong here. Just younger, he's in his prime, solid. So yeah, I'm going to go with Song Yadong here by decision. And yeah, that's all my predictions, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.